The way you begin your day is far more important than most people realize. That first hour after you wake up is like the opening scene of a play. It sets the mood, the pace, and the direction for everything that follows. If you start your day rushed, scattered, or distracted, the rest of your day tends to mirror that chaos. But if you begin with intention, calm, and focus, your entire day has a chance to unfold with clarity and purpose. This first hour is the foundation upon which your success, your mindset, and your energy are built. Think of it as laying the groundwork for a strong house. If the foundation is shaky, no matter how beautiful the walls or roof are, the whole structure is at risk. When you start with a solid, well-crafted foundation, everything else aligns more easily. Your decisions become clearer, your reactions become more measured, and your ability to handle challenges increases. It's not just about what you do in that hour, but the message it sends to your subconscious mind. When you intentionally dedicate time to yourself first thing, you're signaling that you matter, that your growth and well-being are priorities. This self-respect creates a ripple effect. Your confidence grows, your motivation increases, and your discipline strengthens. All these qualities are essential ingredients for achieving your goals and living a fulfilled life. Many people underestimate the power of that initial hour because it's easy to get caught up in the demands of the day. They hit the ground running, responding to emails, messages, or obligations before they've had a moment to center themselves. But this reactive mode puts you at the mercy of external circumstances. You become a passenger in your own day rather than the driver. When you give yourself that first hour, you take back control. You get to decide how you want to feel, what mindset you want to carry, and what priorities will guide your actions. This choice is empowering. It shifts you from reacting to being proactive. Instead of letting distractions dictate your focus, you create space to prepare your mind and body for what lies ahead. Another important aspect is how this first hour affects your energy levels throughout the day. Starting with calm and purpose helps conserve mental and emotional energy. When you begin with stress, worry, or multitasking, you drain your reserves early. This exhaustion makes it harder to stay focused and productive later on. But when you start grounded and intentional, you build reserves of energy and resilience that sustain you. The first hour also sets your emotional tone. When you dedicate time to positive practices, whether it's reading something inspiring, engaging in physical movement, or simply reflecting quietly, you cultivate emotions like gratitude, optimism, and confidence. These emotions influence how you interact with others and approach your work. A positive emotional tone creates a fertile ground for creativity, problem solving, and relationship building. Lastly, the importance of the first hour lies in its consistency. One day of intentional mornings may not seem significant, but repeated over weeks, months, and years, it compounds into remarkable change. This consistency builds habits, rewires your brain, and reshapes your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who values personal growth, who is disciplined and focused, and who takes responsibility for their own success. In sum, the first hour of your day is much more than just time. It's a powerful opportunity to influence every aspect of your life. How you start impacts how you think, feel, and act for the hours that follow. When you invest in yourself during this hour, you set a positive trajectory that carries you toward your highest potential. Taking control early in your day is one of the most powerful ways to shape not just the hours ahead, but the very course of your life. Many people wake up and immediately find themselves pulled in every direction by external demands, the buzzing phone, urgent emails, household responsibilities, or pressing work tasks. When this happens, they become reactive, responding to whatever shouts the loudest or appears most urgent. But there is a fundamental difference between being reactive and being proactive, and that difference often determines who succeeds and who merely drifts through life. When you seize control in the first hour of your day, you are making a conscious decision to lead rather than follow. Leadership begins with yourself, leading your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions before the world begins to demand them. By setting the agenda for your day early on, you're no longer at the mercy of outside circumstances. You become the captain of your ship, steering your course with intention and clarity. Being reactive means your energy and focus are dictated by other people's priorities and unexpected interruptions. It's like being a leaf caught in a rushing stream, constantly shifting direction based on the current. This leaves you drained, scattered, and frustrated, often feeling like the day slipped away without meaningful progress. You lose control over your time, and with it, your ability to pursue your most important goals. On the other hand, when you take control early, you create a mental and emotional buffer between yourself and the chaos of the day. You give yourself space to prioritize what truly matters before distractions rush in. This early control sets a rhythm that allows you to approach tasks with focus and calm, rather than stress and scatter. You decide where to direct your energy rather than letting the noise pull you off course. Taking control also enhances your decision-making. When you start your day grounded and clear-headed, you make choices that align with your long-term vision. You're less likely to be swayed by short-term temptations or reactive impulses. Instead, you operate from a place of purpose, making decisions that move you closer to your goals. This clarity protects you from procrastination and distraction and helps you maintain momentum throughout the day. Moreover, taking control early builds confidence. There's a deep sense of empowerment that comes from knowing you've started the day on your terms. This confidence spills over into your interactions and challenges, giving you greater resilience when obstacles arise. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or defeated, you approach difficulties with a problem-solving mindset, grounded in the certainty that you're the one steering your course. This principle of early control is not about rigid routines or perfection. It's about cultivating habits that prioritize your well-being and growth so you can face the day with energy and intention. It might mean setting aside time for reflection, exercise, or reading something inspiring before diving into your responsibilities. The key is consistency, making this control your default state rather than an occasional act. When you consistently take control of your mornings, you build a momentum that shapes your entire life. Each day you lead yourself with intention, you strengthen your ability to manage your time, your emotions, and your goals. Over time, this momentum compounds into greater productivity, fulfillment, and success. You transform from someone who reacts to life's demands into someone who creates the life they desire. In the end, taking control early in your day is about reclaiming your power. It's a reminder that while you can't control every circumstance, you can always control how you start and how you respond. This choice, made in the first hour, cascades into every other hour, shaping your actions, your mindset, and your destiny. It's the difference between living passively and living purposefully, between drifting and leading, between wishing for success and making it happen. Consistently dedicating the first hour of your day to yourself is one of the most powerful habits you can develop, and it creates a momentum that fuels everything you do. Momentum is that invisible force that builds gradually but carries you forward with increasing speed and ease. It's like pushing a heavy boulder up a hill. At first, it takes great effort, but as you keep going, the boulder gains momentum and moves more smoothly. When you invest in yourself consistently every morning, you build that momentum, not only for your day, but for your life. Momentum begins with small, intentional actions repeated over time. When you dedicate the first hour to activities like reading, planning, exercising, or reflecting, you're engaging in practices that energize your mind and body. These aren't one-time actions, they are habits that compound their benefits day after day. The power lies in consistency. It's not about doing something extraordinary in that hour, but about making the choice to show up for yourself every single morning without fail. This consistent commitment creates a positive feedback loop. As you begin each day with focus and intention, you feel a sense of accomplishment early on, which boosts your confidence and motivation. That confidence propels you to tackle challenges and opportunities throughout the day with greater enthusiasm and clarity. Because you started strong, it's easier to maintain momentum and avoid the common pitfalls of procrastination and distraction. When momentum builds, it reduces resistance. The initial effort required to begin something new is often the hardest part. But as you build momentum through consistent action, starting becomes easier. Your mind and body adapt to the routine, and the positive habits become second nature. This shift transforms discipline from a struggle into a natural part of your day. Momentum makes persistence less daunting and progress more sustainable. Momentum doesn't just affect productivity, it transforms your mindset. When you consistently invest in your growth and well-being first thing in the morning, you train your mind to expect progress and success. This expectation shapes your attitudes and beliefs, fostering resilience and optimism. You start to believe in your capacity to achieve your goals because your daily actions prove it to yourself over and over again. The power of momentum extends beyond the morning routine into every area of your life. It influences how you approach work, relationships, health, and personal development. When you build momentum by dedicating that first hour to yourself, you bring greater energy, focus, and purpose into all these areas. Momentum becomes a force that pushes you forward, even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. Additionally, momentum helps you overcome setbacks. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will come. But when you've built strong momentum, you're less likely to be derailed by difficulties. The progress you've made creates a cushion of confidence and resilience that helps you bounce back faster. Momentum keeps you moving forward, reminding you that you've already done the work and can continue to do so. Consistency in dedicating that first hour to yourself also develops discipline, a critical component of long-term success. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. When you commit to this habit daily, you strengthen your discipline muscle. This discipline then supports other areas of your life, allowing you to tackle bigger goals and challenges with persistence. Ultimately, the momentum created by consistently giving your first hour to yourself compounds exponentially. Each day's small victories add up, creating a powerful trajectory toward your goals. Over weeks and months, this momentum leads to breakthroughs and transformation. You begin to live not by chance, but by design, guided by the deliberate actions you take every morning. By making that first hour a priority, you're not just managing time, you're creating a force that carries you forward, fuels your growth, and shapes the life you want to live. Momentum, once built, becomes one of your greatest allies on the journey to success and fulfillment. Investing time in personal growth during the first hour of your day does more than just improve your productivity. It fundamentally transforms the way you approach life. When you dedicate those early moments to nurturing your mind, body, and spirit, you gain clarity about what truly matters, which in turn helps you make better decisions throughout the day. This clarity acts like a compass, guiding you away from distractions and toward actions that align with your deepest values and long-term goals. Clarity is a powerful tool because without it, you drift aimlessly, reacting to whatever demands immediate attention rather than focusing on what's important. Many people waste hours on busy work, social media, or trivial tasks because they never pause to ask themselves what their priorities really are. But when you begin your day with intentional personal growth, through reading, journaling, meditation, or goal review, you clear the mental fog. You create a space where your priorities come into sharp focus and your actions gain purpose. This clarity simplifies decision-making. When your values and goals are clear, choices become easier. You instinctively know which opportunities to pursue and which distractions to avoid. This decisiveness saves time and energy, reducing the mental fatigue that comes from indecision and second-guessing. Instead of being overwhelmed by options, you operate from a place of confidence and purpose. Personal growth in the morning also sharpens your awareness of habits and patterns that may be holding you back. When you dedicate time to self-reflection, you start to see behaviors or thoughts that sabotage your progress. This awareness is the first step toward change. By catching these habits early, often before the day's distractions take over, you give yourself a chance to correct course before negative patterns take hold. Investing in yourself first thing also cultivates mindfulness, which enhances your ability to stay present throughout the day. Mindfulness means being fully aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. This heightened awareness improves focus and reduces stress, making it easier to handle challenges calmly and effectively. When you start your day with practices that foster mindfulness, you create a foundation of mental clarity that supports every task and interaction that follows. Moreover, this morning investment builds emotional intelligence. By reflecting on your goals, values, and emotions, you develop greater self-understanding. Emotional intelligence allows you to manage your emotions, communicate better, and build stronger relationships. These skills are invaluable not just for personal happiness, but also for professional success. When you take time in the morning to tune into yourself, you become more empathetic and balanced in your dealings with others. Another crucial benefit is the increased motivation that comes from reconnecting with your purpose daily. When you remind yourself of why you're working toward your goals, you reignite your passion and commitment. This motivation acts as a driving force that sustains your efforts, even when obstacles arise or the initial excitement fades. Without regular reminders of your purpose, it's easy to lose direction and enthusiasm. Personal growth time also encourages a growth mindset. The belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This mindset is essential for overcoming setbacks and embracing challenges as opportunities to improve. By dedicating your first hour to learning and self-improvement, you reinforce this mindset daily. Over time, this belief becomes ingrained, making you more resilient and adaptable. Clarity gained from morning personal growth also helps you set realistic, meaningful goals. When you understand your priorities and capabilities, you can create goals that challenge you without overwhelming you. Clear goals provide a roadmap for your efforts, preventing wasted energy on pursuits that don't align with your vision. They also make it easier to track progress and celebrate milestones, which boosts morale and confidence. Finally, investing that first hour in yourself builds a sense of control and empowerment. In a world full of distractions and demands, having a moment each day dedicated solely to your growth reminds you that you are the architect of your life. This empowerment changes your outlook. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstances, you see yourself as an active participant in shaping your destiny. In essence, dedicating your first hour to personal growth is a profound investment that creates clarity, sharpens decision-making, and aligns your daily actions with your highest purpose. It equips you with the mental, emotional, and motivational tools needed to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and intention. This clarity is the guiding light that keeps you focused on what truly matters and helps you live a life rich with meaning and achievement. Starting your day with intention is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate, and it serves as a foundational practice for long-term success. When you approach your mornings with a clear sense of purpose and direction, you set the stage for everything that follows. This intentional start is not about rigid routines or perfection, but rather about consciously choosing how you want your day to unfold. It's a commitment to yourself that your time and energy are valuable, and that you will prioritize what truly matters before distractions take over. Intentionality in the morning creates a ripple effect that impacts your mindset, behavior, and outcomes throughout the day. When you wake up with a plan, even a simple one, you reduce the chances of falling into reactive habits. Instead of waking up and immediately responding to external pressures, emails, messages, or urgent demands, you begin by focusing on what aligns with your goals and values. This shift from reaction to proaction transforms your day from chaotic to controlled. One of the greatest benefits of starting with intention is the ability to prioritize effectively. The first hour provides an opportunity to identify your most important tasks and align your actions with your highest priorities. This clarity helps you avoid the common trap of spending time on low-value activities that fill your day but don't move you forward. When you know what matters most, you can allocate your time and energy wisely, making steady progress toward your goals. Intentional mornings also foster a strong sense of discipline, which is essential for long-term achievement. Discipline is not about willpower alone. It's about creating consistent habits that support your objectives. By dedicating your first hour to intentional practices, whether it's planning, exercise, meditation, or learning, You build a routine that strengthens your self-control and focus. Over time, this routine becomes a natural part of your life, reducing the effort needed to stay on track. Another key aspect of starting with intention is the mental and emotional preparation it provides. When you begin your day mindfully, you create a mental space that supports calmness, focus, and confidence. This emotional grounding helps you navigate challenges and setbacks with resilience rather than frustration or overwhelm. By setting a positive tone early, you increase your ability to handle stress and maintain productivity throughout the day. Intentional mornings also enhance your motivation. When you clarify your purpose and reconnect with your goals first thing, you reignite the passion that fuels your efforts. Motivation can ebb and flow, but intentionality helps anchor your commitment so that even when motivation wanes, your actions remain aligned with your vision. This steady drive is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who give up prematurely. The power of starting with intention extends beyond just productivity. It influences your overall quality of life. When you take control of your mornings, you cultivate a mindset of ownership and responsibility. You begin to see yourself as the architect of your destiny rather than a passive observer. This shift empowers you to make choices that lead to fulfillment, growth, and happiness. Moreover, intentional mornings improve your ability to set boundaries. By establishing a clear plan for how you want to spend your time, you become better equipped to say no to distractions and demands that don't serve your purpose. This boundary setting protects your energy and focus, allowing you to invest in what truly matters without guilt or hesitation. Another profound impact of beginning your day with intention is the development of self-awareness. When you take time to reflect on your goals, values, and mindset regularly, you deepen your understanding of yourself. This awareness helps you identify limiting beliefs or habits that hold you back and empowers you to make conscious changes. Self-awareness is the foundation for personal growth and continuous improvement. Finally, starting your day with intention builds momentum for success. Each intentional morning compounds the benefits of the last, creating a powerful force that propels you forward. This momentum makes it easier to overcome obstacles, stay focused on your goals, and maintain the habits necessary for achievement. It transforms the ordinary into extraordinary by turning daily choices into consistent progress. In essence, the act of beginning your day with intention is a declaration of self-respect and purpose. It is a foundational habit that shapes your mindset, behavior, and results. By committing to this practice, you lay the groundwork for a life of achievement, fulfillment, and meaningful impact. Intentional mornings are the secret that distinguishes those who live with purpose from those who simply exist in routine. Giving your first hour to yourself acts as a powerful catalyst for lasting transformation because it creates a dedicated space to nurture the most important relationship you have, the one with yourself. This hour is an investment in your personal development, well-being, and vision, and its effects ripple through every aspect of your life. When you commit to this practice consistently, it ignites a chain reaction that leads to profound, lasting change. At its core, transformation requires intention and consistency. Change doesn't happen overnight or by chance. It is the result of deliberate, repeated actions aligned with your goals and values. The first hour of your day is uniquely positioned to serve as this catalyst because it sets the tone and energy for all that follows. When you start each morning by focusing on growth, whether through reading, reflection, planning, or physical activity, you lay a foundation that influences your mindset, habits, and choices throughout the day. This dedicated hour acts like a launch pad. It propels you forward with clarity and purpose, allowing you to break free from old patterns that may have limited you in the past. Many people get stuck in cycles of procrastination, distraction, or negative thinking because they lack this intentional start. By contrast, those who give themselves this time each day build momentum that gradually erodes these limiting behaviors, replacing them with empowering habits. One of the most significant ways this hour catalyzes transformation is by helping you build self-discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. but it's also one of the hardest qualities to develop. Consistently dedicating time to yourself in the morning trains your mind to prioritize what's important and resist fleeting temptations. This strengthening of discipline spills over into other areas of your life, making it easier to maintain focus, manage time, and persevere through challenges. Moreover, this first hour fosters self-awareness, which is essential for meaningful change. Transformation requires knowing where you are now, understanding what needs to shift, and envisioning the future you desire. Taking time in the morning for reflection or journaling deepens your insight into your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This awareness reveals obstacles and opportunities alike, empowering you to make informed choices rather than reacting unconsciously to life circumstances. The first hour also builds confidence. As you engage daily in activities that nurture your growth and align with your values, you prove to yourself that you are capable of change. This growing confidence motivates you to push further, take risks, and embrace challenges as opportunities for learning. Without this self-belief, transformation stalls because fear and doubt take control. Another critical aspect is how this morning practice helps you maintain a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. Transformation thrives on this mindset because it encourages resilience in the face of setbacks. When you start your day reminding yourself of growth and progress, you reinforce the mental attitude needed to overcome obstacles and stay committed over the long haul. The ripple effects of giving your first hour to yourself extend beyond personal habits and mindset. They influence your relationships, work, and overall quality of life. When you're grounded, focused, and emotionally balanced from the start, you communicate more effectively, make better decisions, and contribute more positively to your environment. Transformation in you creates transformation around you. Consistency is the secret ingredient that turns this daily hour into lasting transformation. Each morning you commit to this time, you are stacking small wins that accumulate into significant progress. Just as a tiny seed grows into a mighty tree through patient nurturing, your consistent morning practice grows your potential and reshapes your life. The transformation becomes visible not only in your achievements, but also in your mindset, habits, and sense of fulfillment. Lastly, giving your first hour to yourself cultivates a sense of ownership over your life. It reminds you daily that you are responsible for your growth and success. This ownership empowers you to move from victimhood to victory, from waiting for circumstances to change to taking proactive steps to create the life you want. This shift in perspective is a profound part of transformation. It turns hope into action and dreams into reality. By making the first hour your own, you ignite a powerful catalyst within you that drives continuous growth, resilience, and success. This dedicated time builds the habits, mindset, and confidence necessary to overcome challenges and embrace your full potential. Over time, it transforms not just your days, but your entire life, proving that the greatest change begins with a single, intentional step each morning. When you commit to giving your first hour to yourself each day, you are making a powerful choice to lead your life with intention, clarity, and purpose. This simple yet profound habit builds momentum, sharpens your focus, strengthens your discipline, and ignites lasting transformation. It sets the tone for your entire day and shapes the trajectory of your life. Remember, success is not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice. Choosing daily to invest in yourself first creates the foundation for growth, fulfillment, and achievement. The journey to your best self begins the moment you decide to own your mornings and ultimately own your life.